Welcome back again today. Andromeda is a figure in Greek mythology whose story is intertwined with themes of sacrifice, heroism, and divine intervention. Although primarily known as a character in Greek myth, Andromeda's connection to Ethiopia, linking her to African heritage in the context of ancient Greek storytelling. In Greek mythology, Andromeda is the daughter of Cepheus, the king of Ethiopia, and Cassiopeia, the queen. Her myth is primarily found in the works of ancient Greek poets and scholars, such as in the writings of Apollodorus and Ovid's Metamorphoses. The story begins with the boast of her mother, Cassiopeia, who claimed that she was more beautiful than the nymphs and the mermaids. Angered by this statement, the sea god Poseidon sent a terrible sea monster, Cetus, to ravage the kingdom of Ethiopia. The oracle of Anman, in modern-day Libya, North Africa, prophesies to the queen that the only way to save the kingdom was to sacrifice Andromeda to the sea monster. As a result, Andromeda was chained to a rock by the shore, awaiting her fate. However, her story takes a dramatic turn when Perseus, the hero who had just slain Medusa, would arrive. Upon seeing Andromeda, he was immediately struck by her beauty and decided to rescue her. Also, I want you guys to know Andromeda is also a name in space as well. Perseus used the head of Medusa to turn the sea monster, Cetus, into stone and free Andromeda from her chains. In gratitude for her rescue, Andromeda married Perseus, and the two eventually had children together, further solidifying Andromeda's place in the Greek mythological narrative. Andromeda's connection to Ethiopia in Greek mythology is intriguing for several reasons. In ancient Greek literature, Ethiopia was often depicted as a far-off, exotic land located at the edges of the known world. The Greeks themselves had limited knowledge of Africa, and Ethiopia was generally portrayed as a distant, mysterious place inhabited by kings and gods. This geographical setting made Andromeda's story part of the broader narrative of how the Greek heroes interacted with cultures and lands. The Ethiopian background of Andromeda and her royal lineages ties her to the broader Greek concept of a mythical East, which often featured legendary figures from regions that were seen as both noble and enigmatic. This geographic detail also emphasizes Andromeda's high status, being the daughter of a king, and enhances her role as a tragic heroine. She would be a princess at the center of a divine struggle between gods, monsters, and heroes. Andromeda also explores themes of rescue, sacrifice, and the power of divine intervention, all of which are central to many Greek gods, myths, and history. Her story highlights the typical hero in Greek history, where a young woman is saved by a male hero, and their union brings a sense of restoration to the world. In this case, Perseus not only rescues Andromeda, but also cements his status as a hero through his bravery and cunning. The story of Andromeda further illustrates the Greek cultural fascination with heroism, the role of gods in human affairs, and the rewards of both courage and beauty. The rescue of Andromeda by Perseus can also be interpreted symbolically, often depicted as a beautiful and virtuous young woman, represents purity and innocence, while the sea monster, Cetus, can be seen as embodying chaos and destruction. Perseus, who slays the monsters and frees Andromeda, thus restores order to the world, symbolizing the victory of civilization and rationality over barbarism and chaos. Throughout antiquity, Andromeda's story has been depicted in numerous forms of art and illustration, from the pottery of ancient Greece to the Renaissance paintings. Her story has captured the imagination of many, perhaps because of the combination of dramatic action, divine elements, and the emotional tension of her situation. The image of Andromeda chained to a rock, often shown in classical art, and continues to resonate in Western cultural history. In later literature, the tale of Andromeda has been reinterpreted in different ways. For example, in the works of Ovid and other Roman poets, Andromeda is often portrayed as a damsel in distress, while Perseus is a quintessential hero. This would influence tales like The Sleeping Beauty and other stories of heroic men rescuing women. In addition to her significance in Greek mythology, Andromeda's name has also been immortalized in the stars. The Andromeda constellation, one of the most recognized in the northern sky, is named after her. This constellation is home to the Andromeda Galaxy, the closest spiral galaxy to our own Milky Way. Please like and subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you get all my videos, add me on all social medias, and until next time, peace, one love.